What's up, y'all? Hello, good afternoon. God dang, I slept so good. Oh God, I got it. I got something to say here, and I needed to alert y'all that stupid walked into the room again, and I really, really, really wish upon a star, literally on Astara, literally on Astaroth. I'm wishing on a star that this dude will take his dumb down ass and the rest of his dumbed down brigade and get on somewhere. That's really what I would like to happen because this is just absolutely ridiculous. You know, shout out to a friend of mine that made a video about Generation X neutralized. Yeah, I did listen. One thing I wanted to comment, there are some people and they're just dumbed down. That is what is wrong with this dude that just insists on trying to go back and forth. And I tried to warn not just black people about this dude. I have warned every type of people about this dude, everybody, about how stupid he is. Now, it's so obvious, and I'm going to be honest with y'all. It is so obvious that I am being targeted, right? Is that not obvious? Right? And all of the details I can't discuss, but I am being targeted because of one thing, because I am intelligent. And you know, when you black, you can't be intelligent. You can't. You can't be an intelligent person. And it's not just, this is not just happening with this stalker on YouTube. It's not just happening with him. Okay? It's happening in a lot of different areas to where if it, if you're dealing with an unintelligent person, I'm dealing with people that are unintelligent, that do stupid stuff all across the board. And, this is one of the reasons why I don't want to be in the South anymore. Okay. Because they really do stupid stuff here too. Even in the legal system, stupid stuff is being done. And they're using black people to do it at this point. Let me hold on a second, guys. Hold on. I meant to do something. Hold on. All right. I just had to block that person. I meant to block that person last night. I've been laying here asleep, slept in a little bit, about to get up and get some coffee. And he's been messaging me. And I don't want to be bothered. I really don't. It's stupid. You know what I mean? And I think that most people do not typically engage with, especially this group, because for that reason, which is what keeps them very limited of their choices of people that would even want to be bothered. They're not going to do a collaboration with somebody that has an intelligent platform on here. It's just not going to happen. The reason why I said stupid walked into the room again is because I've been speaking about um, the discrimination that I've been suffering, not just because I'm black, but because I'm a witch. I've been speaking about the discrimination, the fair housing laws, like I'm not even gonna lie to you. I have a lawsuit against the courts. I have a fair housing lawsuit against the courts. So pretty much that's what I've been dealing with and handling. And just recently, some other stuff happened that I'm dealing with. So I don't have time for this crap. It's been costing me a lot. It's very costly. It's very costly dealing with the stupid mistakes of people that work at a courthouse that don't know the law. Or maybe they do know the law, but they just don't care about how the laws are supposed to protect black people as well. This stupid girl is over there making videos about me because she has no idea what it is to live in the real world, to have to pay bills, to have to pay bills. But she'll find out. She got her first apartment, which is Section 8. Wait until it's time for that inspection. When it is time for that inspection, and Section 8 comes in there, they've been doing this a lot. Section 8 will come into the unit. They will find something that needs to be fixed. They will tell the landlord, I am not going to pay this rent until this, and that is fixed. And if your landlord doesn't fix it, you can be evicted. This is a classic way that of which how Section 8 people end up homeless. So she's over there in a delusion. Okay. Matter of fact, I actually have had, I was actually on Section 8 5 years ago. Okay. See these black people have been walking around YouTube talking crazy. But in reality, the unit did not pass Section 8 inspection. And at the same time, I voluntarily terminated out of the Section 8 program because I was making so much money that I was ready to let it go anyway. Section 8 did not kick, I did not get kicked off of Section 8. The landlord got it, and it was a black landlord. It was a black landlord. They came out, they did the inspection. The unit did not pass inspection. Section 8 required for them to fix the problem. The landlord got upset because the problem needed to be fixed, and they filed a retaliatory eviction against me. This is a fact. Now, granted, I did complain about the issue. I put in a request for a complaint inspection because the landlord was cheap, did not send professionals by the place to fix it, came to fix a toilet that had not been flushing properly for about a year. Tried to fix it himself. It ended up being a leak, and there was mold growing on the ceiling. And the toilet still wasn't working. In fact, it started leaking. I requested for it to be fixed. The landlord would not fix it. The landlord would not handle the mold, didn't do anything. So I filed a complaint inspection because that is what you're supposed to do. Landlord decided to lie and file an eviction against me. I had filed for a complaint inspection and I put in a 60-day notice to vacate because that is what is required. You have to put in 60 days notice. Landlord got mad, filed a retaliatory eviction. I don't know why these landlords in Georgia are like that. The landlord that I'm dealing with right now is actually in California, based out of California. Still stupid, still unintelligent, still thinking that they're going to get away with discriminating against a black person. So we have a totally different situation. I'm dealing with this landlord who is trying to pursue an eviction when the home is not habitable. I've never seen anything like it before in my life. It is well documented with Gwinnett County code and building violations. I'll get to your I'll answer your question, new account. Give me a second. That's an interesting question that I do wanna talk about. Okay. Um this home, the courts have been alerted. The courts have been alerted finally, finally, after a year, no, not after a year, several months afterwards, because I did not report the landlord to the code and to the codes department until when was that? October, I think. September is when I reported them. Finally, it's been turned over to the court, the type of negligence that the landlord has been doing to this house. If you drive past my house, you will see, even though it's set far back away from the street, you will see that this house looks abandoned. So of course I'm moving. The landlord is trying to put an eviction on this property on my record and have a sheriff come out and remove me from an abandoned house, basically sheriff gonna come remove me. They gonna get a writ. They gonna get some kind of writ of possession of an abandoned house. Really, this house is not even habitable. Anyway, I've never seen anything so stupid in my life. I'm dealing with that, right? I'm dealing with it. I'm dealing with that, and I'm also dealing with these ignorant people on YouTube that won't shut up, that won't stop, right? I'm dealing with it. This girl goes live and said, "What's going on with her? She mad because he don't want her." Like, if stupid had a face, hun, if stupid had a face, it would have to be yours. I'm sorry, hun, but what you need to do is you need to go somewhere and figure out how to be smart, because karma is a bitch. And you think that you're safe because you have a Section 8 voucher, and you're not. If you are on Section 8 and your landlord does not fix things, it is your responsibility as a tenant to make sure that it gets fixed. Now, granted, there are certain things that I could have done that could have made my landlord give me whatever I wanted years ago. And I should have done that. I really, really should have. Okay, it would have saved me some aggravation and irritation. But you know what? It was meant for me to weather the storm, and it's going to be okay, right? I could have, even though the landlord's need to be cheap could have overridden that, right? So the what I should have did was went ahead and moved out when I realized how irresponsible they were. Okay. But it doesn't matter if you're on Section 8 and you have a housing choice voucher. Section 8 will come out and inspect once a year. And if the landlord has not kept the property up to code, Section 8 will not pay. And guess what? They will refuse to pay, even if you pay your portion of the rent, if you have a portion. What will happen is that your landlord can still evict you, because that's not the way it works. The way it works is that your landlord is going to have a lease with you, and they're going to say, well, it ain't our problem that Section 8 ain't paying on this. We gave you the convenience of accepting your voucher, and now Section 8 is refusing. Okay. You're right, new account. You're right about that. You're right. Absolutely. I'm going to get on that in a minute. Give me a second. I'm getting there. I'm getting there. But you are absolutely right, because my ex is an ex-con and a criminal, and he was a landlord. And that can be very scary. Okay. That can be very, very scary. I could not imagine if my ex was my landlord. I couldn't even imagine. I couldn't imagine the sexual harassment. I couldn't imagine just the abuse. I couldn't imagine it. Okay. What Section 8 can do, though, is they can cut the landlord off. And guess what? The monthly rent amount that is due is still going to be due. So somebody on Section 8 is not safe from that. And these people have a false sense of security. You know why I know? Because it happened to me. I had to make a choice. I said, am I going to be living in this house with mold, or should I report it? Guess what? The landlord wasn't trying to have it. The landlord probably thought I snitched on him. Because these landlords got a no snitch rule or something. It's like dealing with thugs or something, right? So the landlord got upset with me, and especially being that I was moving, the landlord filed an eviction after I gave a 60-day notice to vacate. How do you file an eviction when a person has already said that they're vacating? They're stupid. So being on Section 8 does not mean that you are not going to have to deal with the real world. Now, riddle me this. Imagine this. Imagine you're paying thousands of dollars per year to live in a house that the landlord refuses to repair. Imagine that. Imagine your hard earned money is going to a landlord that does not appreciate you or appreciate his uh, uh appreciate anything enough to actually fix it. Imagine if it was your money. We all know that y'all don't mind spending government money, and that's the government don't even want to spend money on that. Imagine if this money is coming from you. Imagine if you're paying your rent and a landlord refuses to fix the things at the property that needs to be fixed. Diddy was Captain Badass. Now I'm used to calling you Dookie Badass. Yeah. This country needs better protection for renters because some of these landlords are criminals and ex-cons. Absolutely, I agree. New account. I want to go ahead and address your commentary. Absolutely, and there is laws, there is protections that are put into place. It is. The problem is that the landlords feel like they don't have to follow them, and then for some reason, in the courts will sometimes not even know the law. I've actually went to court and spoke with a judge that did not know the law. They don't know the laws. You have to remind them of the laws sometimes. You know what I mean? But a lot of these clerks, and then you've got dirty attorneys that they don't care. They are purposely trying to protect the landlord, and then I believe my landlord is paying people off and he's wasting his money. Dookie Badass is funny. Listen, Dookie. I have so much more to deal with. I'm dealing with this landlord that is doing things unlawfully. First of all, you are not supposed to, by law, even file an eviction lawsuit against the tenant, even if it's for non payment of rent. You are not supposed to do that. And if you have maintenance issues, okay, that is the law in many states, but especially Georgia. Okay, especially Georgia. You are not supposed to do that. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Your tenant is able to withhold the rent if you're doing that. And if the tenant is withholding the rent and you're running around trying to get the appeals dismissed, that's what the appeals are for. When you file an appeal in the state of Georgia, what happens is that the tenant can pay the rent into escrow. Now, if you did what I did, which was file bankruptcy, you don't necessarily have to do that. I've actually paid money to the trustee towards any debt, but it needs to be settled in the courts as far as how much debt I owe the landlord. So, the landlord doesn't want to comply with that. The landlord wants to act as if he is above the law, and he's not above the law. So I got a lot of people to get in trouble on Monday. I have a lot that's going to go on Monday because I'm going to be reporting all of these people on Monday. At this point, what they're doing is they're harassing and stalking me and trying to play these games with me. Okay. And they know that they can't sign off on anything because right now they're getting ready to come and do an internal inspection of the house, of the problems in the house. They get ready to go up there and they get ready to look at that attic. They're going to look at the outside of the house, and I'm pretty sure this house is going to be deemed as uninhabitable, right? I'm moving very soon. I'm packing and I'm moving. Okay, is what's happening, especially this weekend. I'm packing up this weekend. Okay, um, but what kitty? Hold on, y'all. Let me feed my cat. So I'll be packing this weekend anyway. Okay, because it's time for us to move, right? Um, I'm not moving next week. This landlord has to fix his property. You can't just run around here and go, I want money. Give me money. Give me money. No, you need to make sure that your property is up to building code. Okay. And, anytime you have a lawsuit, anytime somebody has a lawsuit against you, probably not a good idea to poke the bear. Don't poke me. They've been trying to poke me. It don't even make no sense. So during all of the poking that their attorney is doing, it keeps adding to the money. After what their attorney just did just recently, now I want 1 million. Now I want 1 million. After what at first it was, I'm not a greedy person. I'm not an unreasonable person. I'm not. But after what their attorney just did recently, I want $1 million from this attorney. I'm sorry, from my landlord. I want them to pay me $1 million. We're already sanctioning them through the bankruptcy because the landlord refused to comply with federal bankruptcy laws, right? So going back to new account and what new account was saying, is the landlord Latino? You know what? He might be. He appears to be. He looks like he's mostly white though, but the dude that owns that kind of owns this property, um, he is a big shot in California. That's why I'm telling you. This big shot that's running around here, he's a fraud too. He's a fraud. Okay. He's the one that owns the property, essentially, supposed to be a millionaire, but yet this is how he keeps up his property. This is how he keeps up his property. Millionaire bragging about being a millionaire, but yet he doesn't. Well, listen, sir, every landlord would be a multimillionaire if they just bought properties and rented them out to people and never fixed anything. Dookie, you silly. I don't even see Praz in here. What is he saying? Oh, Harry Hines' finest must be Praz. Anyway, back to new account. Um, I'll let y'all know who this dude is. I kind of think that he is, though. I kind of think that it's because some of his staff, the staff it's a mixed staff of people. Um, you know what irritates me though the most is this stupid man that won't leave it alone. You know, America has really went to shit whenever you allow somebody that's unemployed that does not pull their weight to get away with what they're getting away with. It just doesn't make any sense. Okay. You know, but yeah, you're right about that. And we do have laws to protect tenants. In fact, over here in Georgia, if you don't fix your property, you can actually go to jail. You can actually face jail time and fines for not fixing your property. It's a law that just passed last year. They are trying to protect uh they're trying to protect Georgia renters. They are, because we deserve the protection. We make these people rich by renting from them, and then they go and spit in our faces by deciding, well, I'm not going to fix this property, I'm not going to do this, I'm not going to do that. And this would be the second time. Is it a coincidence that this would be the second time in the state of Georgia that I've had a landlord literally file eviction because I asked them to fix something? That's basically why they're doing it. And the judges are not supposed to do that. So, it's been a wild ride. It's been stupid. It's been insane. But at the end of the day, I'm asking for that million. I'm asking for that million. I want $1 million. And you know what? Thank you. I appreciate it. No harm, no foul. They will be forgiven because it really ain't that big of a deal. The now I'm gonna tell you something. There is a such thing as legal abuse. Once they give me that million, I'm gonna feel better, right? I'm talking about when I get that million, no harm, no foul. They have been committing so much fraud and legal abuse within the legal system. It's ridiculous, right? It's absolutely ridiculous. And I'm sitting up here and I'm steadily reporting this stuff to the law board and to the attorney general. I actually just recently had to report a lot of this stuff that's been happening to the mayor's office. I had to report it to the mayor's office, y'all. Like, it is absolutely ridiculous. Okay. So, yeah, I am going to pursue $1 million lawsuit against the landlord. I'm not going to try to do it myself. Of course, I'm going to hire an attorney. Okay. Of course, I'm going to get an attorney for that. And it's a couple of different people I'm going to sue. I have a couple of attorneys that I can sue. I don't know what's wrong with these people. I honestly believe that these people think that they can get away with it, is what it is. They believe that they can get away with what they're doing. I don't know why. I think it's because they assume that people are not going to know their rights and they're not going to know the law. But I can read. uh I can read and comprehend. You know what I'm saying? Absolutely ridiculous, though. So anyway, y'all, I don't have a lot of time to be sitting around playing with these stupid people. Listen, if y'all want to take these people seriously, like I've been done told y'all to stop taking Mike seriously. I've been done told y'all that because they're all stupid. I'm sorry, Mike, you're stupid. People should not listen to you. If people were to listen to Mike, if you were to listen to Mike, people would run all over you and take advantage of you. You were dealing with a landlord like the one I'm dealing with, right? Listen, yeah, keep listening to Mike and Dalia. Yeah, keep listening to them. and, and just let your landlord do whatever they want to do to you. You know what I mean? Now, granted, I should have got my lazy butt up back in 2021. No, I didn't move out of laziness. I just didn't move because I didn't want to. You know what I'm saying? I could have. Oh my God. I could have moved. I could be living in my mom's house right now. I could have moved into Mama Duke's house. She had a house when she passed away. That's what I should have did. But you can't go back and change it. Her house has been sold. Okay. So it ain't that big of a deal to me. But yeah, that would have made sense when you go ahead and move into mom's house. You know, I'm gonna be honest with y'all. Um, I was so angry about my mother being gone, though. I actually went through anger because of my mother being gone. I was actually angry. I was actually angry at her, believe it or not. That's how much I loved her. I was angry at her for dying, okay, for leaving me here. But she didn't leave me here to fend for myself. My mother is, y'all know how I am when it comes to spirit. You know what I mean? So, anyway. It just is it's so freaking sad when when you see people that are that dumb. And see, for me, it's not just about being black, and it's not just about black people. I actually currently have a client, coincidentally. Why does everything always have happening coincidentally? And she's not just a client, she's my sister. Okay, love her all the way to the moon and back. Just love her. And she's not black. She's well, I can't say she's white, but she's definitely she's got white in her. Okay. But she's not black, but she's going through it with her landlord. What would I look like? Just you know girl, your landlord is God. That's what's wrong with my landlord. He's got a God complex, and he's going around paying people. I believe this man is going around paying people. If it's not him going around paying people, it's his attorney. Sometimes attorneys go through this thing to where they just want to win. I don't care about that. You know, I got stuff to take care of, y'all. If you guys have not gotten into the summer solstice, because regardless to where I live, I'm still a witch. It does not matter. Um, when I'm trying to go straight from here, straight back home to KC Mo. And that's gonna be sometime in July when I go back home. Okay. So people, I'm not gonna say when exactly, but it is gonna be in July. Um, Regardless to where I'm at, I'm still a witch. We're still doing the we're still working. So if you guys want to get in the summer solstice, you can, okay? Um and see, I'm not like some of these people that'll come on here and say donate. I need legal fees, donate. No, my spirits will pay my legal fees. You know what I'm saying? And they'll pay my legal fees. They wasn't paying. I was gonna come on here and talk about that. My spirits was not gonna pay these people. They weren't. When I mean, y'all need to quit listening to Mike and quit listening to these people. Okay. Mike don't have no good sense. Mike has never lived on his own. He has never, ever, ever had to go out and earn money and pay bills. Okay. Most of us in this world have had to go out, earn money, and pay bills. Okay. Those are the types of clients that I have, and they respect me. Now, I will tell you that a lot of these people running around here talking about energy, energy, energy. And I've noticed that, here's the thing that irritates me about Mike. He is sadly mistaken. He doesn't know anything about spirit. He's actually afraid. I don't know what he's afraid. He's afraid of living a real life. However, listen, these people cannot energetically affect you. They can't affect your cases. You know what I mean? Like what I do for a living is completely separate from these people. Whatever relationship with spirit that you have and your ancestors have nothing to do with these people. Whatever we're doing has nothing to do with them. And they have tried to take credit for the issues that I'm having with my landlord. No, my landlord, I'm going to tell y'all who he is when I move. I'm going to let y'all know who it is. And it's going to be quite a scandal. It's going to be quite a scandal. When y'all, damn, did I not put enough sugar? You know what? I'm sorry. When you don't put enough sugar in your coffee, that's just torture. I got to put another teaspoon of sugar in this because it's not like it's no. Uh-uh. Y'all wouldn't believe who the landlord is, and it's a damn shame. And I think he must be capping. He must be capping, running around here talking about he's got $1 billion portfolio. Well, if you have $1 billion, why would you not take care of your properties like that, sir? My landlord is like the P. Diddy of the real estate industry. Y'all, I swear to God. It's okay though. It's like, listen, as long as he pays me my $1 million. But to be honest with y'all, I would have rather had a good landlord that just took care of business instead of doing all this, you know. It's all right though. You better know the law, and you better know when somebody breaking the law. You know, you have to love yourself, man. You have to love yourself. You can't just run around here and allow somebody to do that. So, Mike is over there running his mouth. Mike don't have no power. The landlord got all the power. Because the landlord determines what he's going to do as far as with fixing the house. It ain't Mike's responsibility to come over here and fix this house. It's the landlord's responsibility. So, Mike is not going to have to pay me $1 million. These people are. So, I don't understand why, but that is very stupid. And you know what? People people like myself, and I'm sure it's a lot of y'all out there who have dealt with real stuff. Okay? You dealt with real stuff in life and you have enough life experience, right? You have enough life experience. This is practical experience, you know what I mean? I'm not like the baby boomers who y'all know how they are. No. I'm saying you ain't had enough life experience to tell me anything. I'm not thinking, the last thing that I'm thinking about is a man. That's the last thing that I'm thinking about. Especially a man that has no money, especially a man that behaves like him. So trust me, that's the last thing that I'm thinking about in this world is a man. And I just, I don't have, I don't deal with people like that. You know what I'm saying? I just really honestly do not deal with people that are like that. I wonder if that one of those, hmm. Okay, y'all, I gotta go. Cause I gotta work today. Okay. So I have to go. Y'all are so funny, Praz and Captain Badass. Y'all is, and you know what? I wanted to say this. Listen. I don't hate all trolls. Okay, some of y'all I got love for. They are, the trolls are actually roasting each other in the chat room. Y'all are so funny. I gotta go. But I'm gonna tell you, new account. Yeah, we do have laws to protect tenants, but are they being properly enforced? And then here's another thing: nobody really actually wants to listen to you if you don't have an attorney. They don't like to listen to you if you don't have an attorney, which is ridiculous. Okay, it's okay. I'm not okay. I'm not on the stand for being a criminal. This is civil stuff, so you don't necessarily need an attorney. Now, when I filed that $1 million lawsuit, Praz is your little cousin. Are you serious? And then y'all, oh my God, I blocked you. Mm, y'all are too funny. I don't believe I blocked you, Praz. I'm not sure how you got blocked, but trust me, today it's already 2 o'clock in the afternoon. So I've got stuff to do. I got to print out manuscripts and stuff, and get that stuff done. And I got to record a video for the group. So to the group, if you guys are watching, a video is going up to y'all. Um, yeah, you're not gonna have housing difficulties just because of me. Like, people be running around here. Ooh, her energy bad. I might start having housing difficulties. That's not the way that works. My landlord is a slumlord. He is. And if my channel had not gotten blacklisted, it would be national news. In fact, the landlord wouldn't have done half of what they did or neglected the property the way that they did if I had a larger platform. But that doesn't matter. What matters is the law. And then plus I could easily go to the news and let them know about these people. But when you're dealing with building code violations, you're dealing with police. That's the police that handle that. It's a certain section uh, of the police department, the sheriff's department, that handles city code violations. It is. Okay. So, my landlord is factually a criminal. And you're right about that. I can't highlight your comment anymore, new account, but and here's what I want to say: don't be intimidated by them. Don't feel intimidated by your criminally minded ex-con landlord. And you know what, it's okay, because guess what, we are creating new laws. I feel that landlords need to be regulated. I feel that, first of all, either they need to start requiring some kind of license, and my landlord is an LLC. So, reporting their LLC, I've already done that. I reported their LLC to the Attorney General. I've already done that. After years and years of trying to work with these people, but I'd say don't wait on it. Report them immediately. Mm-mm. Code enforcement is not just that. Code enforcement is very serious. Oh, and by the way, it only costs $300 um to file with the Supreme Court. It only costs, I'm talking about the Supreme Court. The filing fees are only $300 to file any kind of case with the Supreme Court. Oh, I bet they do. I bet they do. I bet they do. Captain Badass, code enforcement is very serious. Look it up. That code enforcement is who initiates landlords to go to jail. That's a very serious thing. So I don't even know why the landlord like continues to go on. It's almost like they're so criminally minded that they just don't have good sense. It just doesn't make any sense. Right, exactly. Exactly. That's exactly what they do. Captain Badass. That's exactly what they do. You should know you're Captain Badass, okay? So, the landlord just can't do that. Right. Right. They don't carry guns, but the code violation is already within the court. This is what doesn't make any sense for somebody to go to court and literally the courts have all of this evidence against somebody and they don't do anything. That's the issue. You should never walk into a courtroom and report what has happened and then the people even do it right in front of you and you don't take any action. So that's called a miscarriage of justice. You know? So anyway, I gotta go, y'all. I'm like tomorrow is gonna be crazy because I'm gonna spend all day Sunday packing. So I gotta go because I just want to make sure that everything is packed, and then that way I don't have to do much when it's time for me to move. You have a nice evening too, y'all. Y'all have a good one, okay? y'all, y'all are silly. Oh my god. I'll catch y'all later. Bye. Blessings. Bye.